Nobody told you this about discipline. Discipline isn't waking up at 5 a.m. It isn't going to the gym every day. It isn't having the perfect morning routine, drinking green juice, and checking off a list of goals. The hardest part about discipline is doing the things you said you were going to do after the motivation disappears, because eventually the excitement fades. And when it does, that's when the real version of you shows up. Everybody wants the results of discipline. Everybody wants the money, the body, the freedom, the lifestyle. But nobody wants to talk about the boring part. The part where you're doing the same thing every day and nobody notices. You're working on your dream and there's no applause. You're saving money while everybody else is spending theirs. You're building a business while people around you are comfortable with their 9 to 5. You're trying to change your life, but your life doesn't look any different yet. And that's where most people quit. Not because they aren't capable, but because they don't see results fast enough. Here's what nobody told you about discipline. Discipline isn't choosing your future over your feelings. Your feelings will tell you to stay in bed. Your feelings will tell you to spend money. Your feelings will tell you to quit when things get difficult. Your feelings will tell you that you deserve a break, and sometimes you do. But if you build your entire life around how you feel, you will never become the person you say you want to be. Because your feelings change every day, your goals don't. That's why discipline matters. It's the ability to say, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. That's the difference between people who talk about changing their lives and people who actually change them. Nobody prepares you for the boring years. The years where you're grinding, but nobody knows your name. The years where you're building, but you still feel broke. The years where you're learning, but you still feel behind. The years where you're sacrificing that other people don't understand. That's the part nobody posts on social media. People show you the Lamborghini. They don't show you the years of driving the same old car while putting every extra dollar into their dream. They show you the success. They don't show you the nights they wanted to quit. They show you the final product. They don't show you thousands of days it took to build it. And that's why you can't compare the beginning to somebody else's highlight reel. You have no idea how long they stayed disciplined before you ever heard their name. Here's where everything changes. You have to stop thinking about discipline as something you do and start thinking about discipline as who you are. Don't say, I'm trying to get in shape. Say I'm the type of person who take care of my body. Don't say I'm trying to build a business. Say I'm a builder. Don't say I'm trying to save money. Say I'm someone who controls my money instead of letting money control me. Because when your identity changes, your actions start to follow. You don't have to constantly convince yourself to do the work. You just do it. Not because it's easy, not because you feel motivated, but because that's who you decided to become. Here's the hardest truth about discipline. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is going to magically give you the life you keep dreaming about. Nobody is going to wake up for you. Nobody is going to make you stop wasting your time. Nobody is going to force you to take your future serious. At some point, you have to decide. You have to look at your life and say, I'm not living like this anymore. And then you have to prove it, not with words, with action, every single day. Because your life is a reflection of what you repeatedly do, not what you occasionally promise. So if you're waiting for your motivation, stop waiting. If you came to this video for motivation, that's not what it's for. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is what remains when motivation leaves. And the person you're trying to become is built in the moments nobody sees. When you wake up and do the work, when you say no to the distraction, when you keep going after nobody believes in you, when you chose long-term reward over short-term pleasure, that's discipline. And one day, you're going to look back at this version of yourself who almost quit and realize something you didn't become successful because you were always motivated. You became successful because you learned how to keep going when you weren't. Nobody told you this about discipline, but the life you want is probably hiding behind the things you keep avoiding. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for somebody to give you permission. Get up, do the work, and become the person you said you were going to be. Because eventually, your discipline will introduce you to a version of yourself that your motivation never could.